Hey up everyone, welcome to the History of Football channel. Today I'll be doing another Forgotten Football Ground as part of my Forgotten Football Ground series. I've done quite a few of these videos as a playlist, go and check it out. Recently I've done the Eastland Stadium, I've done the Old Den, but tonight the ground that I'll be doing is Fellows Park, the former home ground of Walsall Football Club. Walsall Football Club were founded in 1888 as Walsall Town Swifts, and they didn't play at Fellows Park until 1896. The first ever place that they played at was a place called the Chuckery. They played there from 1888 to 1893, and then after that they played at West Bromwich Road, and they played there from 1893 to 1896. Fellows Park was situated about a quarter of a mile away from the club's present ground, the Bescott Stadium, at the junction of Hilary Street and Wallows Lane. The club moved to the ground from West Bromwich Road in 1896. Until 1930, the ground was called Hilary Street, at which point it was renamed after H.L. Fellows, a club director. Walsall's first ever game at Hilary Street was played on the 1st of September 1896. A 4-1 friendly victory over Glossop North End before a crowd of just over 1,000 people. 4 days later, the first Football League match took place at the ground, and again Walsall were victorious. This time they defeated Burton Wanderers 2-0 in front of just over 2,500 people. After 7 years of unrest regarding lease and rent and general maintenance of the ground, an agreement on lease in Hilary Street was finally completed in early September 1903. It took some time for Hilary Street to look like a compact football stadium. A brick wall at the laundry end was finally removed in May 1965 and became an open terrace, mainly for visiting supporters. The main stand was eventually built on the east side of the ground, and soon afterwards a roof was erected over the popular side terracing, in readiness for the fans to watch the Walsall vs Arsenal FA Cup tie. The first floodlit match to take place at Fellows Park was between Walsall and Falkirk in December 1957. New dressing rooms were installed following Walsall's return to the second division in 1961, with Fellows Park being recovered in 1965. The capacity was reduced from 24,000 to 12,000 in 1985, following recent football ground tragedies with the seating being cut to just 844 spectators. Fellows Park throughout its history retained a lot of its original features, but had fallen into a state of disrepair, and by August 1985, West Midland County Council had issued the club with an interim safety certificate restricting the capacity of the ground. This not only severely restricted the club's ability to generate money through the turnstiles, but brought about the realisation that it would cost hundreds of thousands of pounds to comply with the local authority and the Football League regulations. This, coupled with the limited facilities to generate revenue outside of football activities and the restrictions imposed by the Sporting Events Control of Alcohol Act of 1985, meant that the club was in a very difficult financial position. It could no longer generate the revenue required to operate on a day-to-day basis at the desired level of the football pyramid, let alone implement the work specified by West Midland County Council. It was clear that Fellows Park was no longer fit for purpose. At this stage there were two options: redevelop the Fellows Park site or source an alternative location to build a new ground. After a series of negotiations and planning, by March 1988 the club was planning to build a new stadium at nearby Bescott Crescent. The final league match to be played at Fellows Park come on the 1st of May 1990, when Walsall, in the process of their second successive relegation, which took them into the Football League 4th Division, they drew 1-1 at home to Rotherham United, with Andy Dornan scoring the last league goal at the ground, his only goal in his time at Walsall. The final ever match to be played at the ground was on the 11th of May 1990, when retiring defender Peter Hart's testimonial was held there, with local rivals West Bromwich Albion providing the opposition. This game also ended 1 goal apiece, with Gary Shaw scoring an equaliser for Walsall in the 37th minute, thus going down in history as the last player to score at the stadium in its 94-year history. The new Bescott Stadium was ready for the 1990-91 season, A reminder of Fellows Park remains in the new ground in the name of the HL Fellows Stand. The old stadium was demolished in early 1991 and a Morrison's supermarket is now on the site. In December 1990, several weeks before the stadium's due demolition, heavy snow caused the roof of the cowshed section of the ground to completely collapse. Looking at some records from Fellows Park, the highest ever league attendance at the ground come on the 29th of August 1961. There was a second division match against Newcastle United and 25,453 people attended that game. Fellows Park was also the highest ever attended match for a Walsall FA Cup game. This happened on the 30th of January 1962 against Fulham. 24,045 people attended a fourth round FA Cup replay match. With Walsall as well at Fellows Park, they recorded their highest ever league win in their history at the ground. This came on the 4th of March 1899 in the second division. They beat Darwin 10-0. Going back to attendance records as well, one that I missed out. The highest ever League Cup attendance that Walsall had were at Fellows Park, and it come on the 14th of February, Valentine's Day 1984. They played against Liverpool in the second leg of the semi-final of the League Cup, and 19,591 people attended that game. And while Walsall were based at Fellows Park, they achieved their highest ever finish in the Football League. In the 1961-1962 season, they finished 14th in the second division, which is now known as the Championship. So that concludes my video on Fellows Park, the former home ground of Walsall Football Club from 1896 to 1990. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know in the comment section below, and if you were a fan of Walsall or an away supporter, if you could just share your memories and your moments in the comment section below, that would be much appreciated. Also, in the last couple of days, I reached 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. I did a live stream. Some people were able to attend that, not everyone was. I understand it was Sunday, everyone's got stuff to do on the Sunday, but thanks to everyone that subscribed to this channel and helped me reach 1,000 subscribers. It's much appreciated. You know, they say that nobody cares about history, nobody cares about the old days or the old players and the people that come before, but with the people that follow this channel, you show that people do care about history, people do care about the old grounds and football teams and players. So thank you, it's much appreciated. So anyways, this has been History of Football. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch us all later in the next video. Alright, tatty bye for now.